What's up everyone, welcome to another camera comparison video. Today I have this Samsung Galaxy S20 FE and Oppo Reno 6 Pro. Okay, I have separately done unboxing videos of these two smartphones. A few days ago I have unboxed this Oppo Reno 6 Pro and I have done a separate comparison video of Oppo Reno 6 Pro with Poco F3 GT. I mean Antutu benchmark, thermal throttling, performance comparison. So you can check those videos, then you will know that whether I have these smartphones or not. I always provide you with true content, so I would appreciate if you take your time and click on the like button. I mean, if you find this video helpful, then please subscribe to this channel and share this video with your friends and family. Well, you check carefully which smartphone microphone is working better, which one has a better color rendition, which one I think my skin tone is better on Galaxy S20 FE. Colors are also looking better on S20 FE. Anyway, you check by yourself. Of course, dynamic range is better on S20 FE. I can see that. Well, you watch this video, watch through this video, check carefully and decide which one is the winner. You can see how Oppo Reno 6 Pro exposure is not that correct. Look at this. My hand is here. I'm not touching the screen. Well, it's time to flip to rear cameras. Once again, if you end up liking this video, then please don't forget to click on the like button and please subscribe to this channel. Let's start our camera comparison. As we all know that most of the upper mid-range and budget flagship smartphones performs great in daylight, I wanted to start this camera comparison video differently. Let's check some indoor low-light photos. When a lot of colors needed to be reproduced, when a lot of details needed to be processed. Usually almost all the budget flagship and mid-range smartphones struggles to render correct and true-to-life colors. But Samsung Galaxy S20 FE isn't like those. This performs like a flagship. Most of the time Samsung Galaxy S20 FE color reproduction is way better than Oppo Reno 6 Pro. There are more shadow details and more textures are processed with clarity. It doesn't matter whether you shoot with the main sensor or with the ultra-wide. Indoor photos of both the smartphones keeps the same trend on all the lenses. Sometimes Reno 6 Pro acts like any other typical budget smartphone and starts to generate photos with a bit warm color temperature, a bit saturation, and things are different than what it's in reality. I really do not like the color curve or the way Oppo Reno 6 Pro does all the color grading. Rather, Samsung Galaxy S20 FE performs as good as its bigger brothers in the S line. The first thing I compare in ultra-wide mode is FOV, and both have similar FOV. But Samsung Galaxy S20 FE definitely have a better 12 megapixel sensor when Oppo Reno 6 Pro comes with a 8 megapixel sensor. The second thing is color temperature or white balance. Yes, it's a bit warm on Oppo Reno 6 Pro and Samsung Galaxy S20 FE adds some synthetic processing. It was an overcast day, no way the sky was that blue. And Reno 6 Pro, after this new ColorOS update, it tries to make things natural and sometimes dries out the colors, especially in ultra-wide photos. Of course, Samsung Galaxy S20 FE has grabbed more details, but I was a bit surprised to see highlight clipping in high contrast scenes. Okay, you'd see differences when there are harsh lighting. Galaxy S20 FE with better exposure and great color rendition provides top quality ultra-wide photos. Almost all the smartphones performs great in bright daylight, but as mentioned earlier, it was overclouded. It was a daunting task for these two smartphones. Once again, Samsung Galaxy S20 FE got better white balance, almost natural and true-to-life color rendition. Oppo Reno 6 Pro color rendition is a bit awkward. Sometimes it's good and sometimes it's so poor. It's really amazing to see Samsung Galaxy S20 FE process shadows with perfection, great balance of exposure, contrast and brightness is also on the perfect line. And to those, Galaxy S20 FE even has more details. Usually Samsung Galaxy S20 FE shown some hint of wider dynamic range, and one thing for sure, Galaxy S20 FE photos are much sharper without any added noise. This is the reason why I always look for a smartphone which has a telephoto lens with a quality sensor. These are 2x zoom photos. Yes, both needs to depend on the main sensor and digital cropping for 2x zoom photos. Both does perform similarly. But the magic of Galaxy S20 FE gets revealed once we start taking 3x zoom photos. Galaxy S20 FE has a telephoto lens offering 3x optical zoom, and Reno 6 Pro has to depend on heavy digital cropping. On Galaxy S20 FE, the level of detail and exposure management with limited aperture is amazing. One thing I must mention, colors are a bit soft and cold on the photos taken with the telephoto lens. Also, you need to use auto HDR for the best outcome. Having HDR on or off will definitely have an adverse effect. Yeah, overall, Samsung Galaxy S20 FE zoom photos are way better than Oppo Reno 6 Pro. I don't know about you, but I always take photos of my loved ones, my friends and families. We cannot expect glamours and glitters out of the mid-range smartphones. But truly, I am a bit disappointed with the performance of Oppo Reno 6 Pro. Considering its price and specifications, I had better expectations. In human photography, a lot of things are important like autofocus, exposure, details, skin tone, color rendition, and sharpness. Yeah, shadows, dynamic range, and white balance is always important. But after checking a lot of photos taken by these two smartphones, I have noticed Samsung has better focus metering, exposure is pretty similar, but if you check carefully, Galaxy S20 FE is better. I can say the same for details and sharpness. Skin tone is also true to life on Galaxy S20 FE. Due to warm white balance, skin tone on Oppo Reno 6 Pro is not very accurate. If you have watched my other camera comparison videos, then you already know Reno 6 Pro has different tonal contrast and color rendition. Samsung Galaxy S20 FE has better color grading, which looks pretty close to reality. I intentionally took the portrait photos in a demanding condition. It was an uphill battle for Oppo Reno 6 Pro. Truly, nothing is right with the portrait photos of Reno 6 Pro. Almost all the Oppo smartphones have this trend to beautify the subject in portrait mode, and aggressive skin smoothing along with poor subject separation from the background made things even worse. Better creamy bokeh effect, more details, neither too sharp nor too soft, better separation line blend, and better color grading. I'm really satisfied with the performance of Samsung Galaxy S20 FE. I can say without any hesitation, Galaxy S20 FE has improved a lot with its software updates. It performs like it belongs to that true flagship league. If you haven't noticed, then exposure and tonal contrast is also better on Samsung Galaxy S20 FE. Okay, to spice things up, I have added OnePlus 9 Pro in the middle along with Oppo Reno 6 Pro and Samsung S20 FE. If you are a subscriber, then you may already know that when I check night mode photos, I care about DENS, details, exposure, noise and shadows. Truly, the differences are not that huge between S20 FE and Oppo Reno 6 Pro. Yes, with a better sensor, aperture and optimized software, OnePlus 9 Pro really performs better in nightscape. But comparing S20 FE with Reno 6 Pro, they have fought neck and neck. I will let you enjoy the music and check these photos for a while. In terms of details and sharpness, Reno 6 Pro clearly falls behind. Exposure is on par, but shadows are sometimes crushed. However, noise removing algorithm of Reno 6 Pro is good, almost on par with OnePlus 9 Pro. It is very hard to define a winner between Oppo Reno 6 Pro or Galaxy S20 FE in night mode, but after checking lots of photos side by side, I think Galaxy S20 FE has more details, better white balance, and slightly better exposure. Both of these two smartphones comes with a 32 megapixel selfie sensor, but Samsung Galaxy S20 FE can record 4K selfie video, has wider FOV and better aperture. Surprisingly, white balance just turned upside down. Reno 6 Pro has a bit cold color temperature and Galaxy S20 FE has a bit warm color temperature. It is widely known that Oppo smartphones have aggressive beauty effect, added fairness to skin tone, skin smoothing and increased midtones to make photos social media ready. And to some extent, yes, it may look like an eye candy to some people, but Samsung Galaxy S20 FE has natural skin tone, more details, color rendition is above average, and altogether, if you need a perfect illustration of the moment, then Galaxy S20 FE is way better than Reno 6 Pro. Everything is almost the same on selfie portraits. Bokeh effect, separation between subject and background, edge detection, edge cutout. I can't see any aspect where Reno 6 Pro is better. I will let you enjoy a few more photos and you decide which one is better. This is why you need OIS, Optical Image Stabilization. These video clips were recorded at 1080p 30 frames per second. As it was raining outside, I have recorded this in our underground parking. I have tried to test stabilization, tried to run for a while, and you can see the differences by yourself. More jelly effect and jitteriness on the clip recorded on Oppo Reno 6 Pro. In terms of details and texture processing, there is a slight difference. Nothing like day and night. Colors and white balance are also pretty similar. However, altogether stabilization and processing makes the difference. I mean, the clip recorded with S20 FE is surely better. Wow! I have checked a few times, a few different clips, and truly 4K 30 frames per second videos are really similar. There are some differences as usual, but exposure, dynamic range and details actually jumps back and forth. Sometimes better on S20 FE and sometimes better on Reno 6 Pro. Samsung Galaxy S20 FE with better stabilization and better color grading stays ahead, but I will leave these to you. You decide which one is better. It's time for verdict, and I think Oppo Reno 6 Pro is really yet another overpriced device. Like many other Oppo smartphones, it offers poor value for money. What's your thought on this? Please make a comment and let me know in the comment section below. If you have liked this video, then please don't forget to click on the like button and please subscribe to this channel.